If you walk into a cafe near the Kalahari Sands Hotel in Windhoek, Namibia, and order a coffee, you can hand the cashier a South African rand, and they will accept it without a second thought. That happens because Namibia, along with Lesotho and Eswatini, belongs to the Common Monetary Area. These three neighboring countries maintain their own national currencies, but they peg them to the South African rand at a strict 1-to-1 ratio. The rand is even legally accepted further north in Zimbabwe, circulating alongside the US dollar and the euro in their multiple currency system. The rand provides the financial gravity holding the broader Southern African region together. To understand how it gained that regional influence, we have to go back to 1961. 3 months before declaring itself a republic and severing ties with the British monarchy, South Africa needed to replace the British-style South African pound. The government rolled out a massive public awareness campaign featuring a mascot named Decimal Dan. His job was to teach citizens the new simplified math, replacing complicated pounds and shillings with a clean decimal system, where 100 cents equaled 1 rand. This bar chart illustrates the currency's initial strength on the global market. When the rand was introduced, it actually outperformed the US dollar, trading at a formidable $1.40 for a single rand. But this highly valued new money was born into an explicitly segregated apartheid state, embedding a severe structural flaw into the foundation of the currency from day one. Early rand banknotes were designed to project white minority dominance. They prominently featured who everyone thought was Jan van Riebeeck, the first Dutch administrator of Cape Town. In a strange historical mix-up, the portrait they printed actually belonged to a totally different Dutchman named Bartholomeus Vermeulen. By the early 1980s, the economic weight of apartheid caught up with the country. Domestic protests escalated, inflation spiked, and the international community began imposing fierce economic sanctions. Looking at this line chart of the exchange rate, you can see exactly when the global markets reacted. In August 1985, State President P.W. Botha delivered his infamous Rubicon speech, stubbornly refusing to implement meaningful political reforms. The immediate international sell-off caused the rand to break parity with the dollar, plummeting past the 2 rands to 1 US dollar mark. The global market actively devalued the currency as a direct, measurable punishment for the government's refusal to end apartheid. In the early 1990s, as it became clear that South Africa was moving toward black majority rule, the political uncertainty of the transition kept the exchange rate historically weak. To help heal the fractured country, the incoming government needed to purge divisive colonial figures from the national symbols, including the cash circulating in people's wallets. Starting in 1992, they replaced the political men with the Big Five wildlife species: rhinos, elephants, lions, buffalo, and leopards. It was a calculated choice to focus on universally appreciated natural assets. The physical money acted as a blank canvas, wiped clean of an oppressive past to project a shared heritage. In 2012, the nation updated the banknotes again, honoring its democratic transition by placing Nelson Mandela's face on every denomination. Yet, the stability projected by the new money clashed with the actions of the state. In December 2015, President Jacob Zuma unexpectedly fired his respected finance minister. Over the next 4 days, international confidence shattered, and the rand dropped by more than 10%. Since then, the ongoing crisis at the state energy utility, Eskom, has severely limited the country's electricity supply, stalling the vital mining industry and discouraging foreign investment. While the physical banknotes honor the triumph of democracy, the invisible exchange rate remains a hostage to modern political dysfunction and widespread infrastructure failures. These domestic crises do not stay contained within South Africa's borders. We have to look back at the Common Monetary Area. The Namibian dollar, Lesotho Loti, and Swazi Lilangeni are mathematically locked to the rand. One ZAR equals one of theirs. Because of this strict link, whenever scandals or blackouts cause the rand to drop, it instantly drags down purchasing power in all 3 neighboring nations. South Africa's internal governance problems operate as an active financial liability for millions of people who cannot even vote in its elections. The South African Reserve Bank issued the latest update to the currency in 2023, retaining the image of Nelson Mandela on the front and pairing it with family depictions of the Big Five animals on the back. A nation's currency acts as a historical record. Every portrait swapped on the design and every peak and valley plotted on the global exchange rate serves as an unedited ledger of South Africa's struggle to secure its future.